The Giant Killers Toulouse are back in action, but this time the situation's a little different. Not against one of those high-flying, undefeated subscriber sides this week. They're up against fellow strugglers, the All Flakes. It's 10th versus 11th, the match we never thought we'd talk about, but here we are, the All Flakes taking on Toulouse. Hello everyone and welcome back along to your home of rugby and the Global Rugby Challenge, the series where you guys take the field against the world's elite. And today we have a real different sort of matchup to what we're used to seeing. It's Toulouse, who last time out beat the Pacific Tower. They were, until that point, undefeated, but a 15-14 win has put them right in the spotlight. Before then, of course, they were struggling. They had lost to Leinster 21-10 in round 4. They lost to the Flakes. They had lost to Glasgow. They lost to the Hugwadas. They were not having the greatest start to their season, but things looking like they could turn around here against these subscriber sides. Their team for today's matchup is unchanged from the team that took on the Tower, and why would you as well? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Bailey, Malvaka and Faumuina in the front row, Arnold and Takuri in the second row, Alstad, Tulafua and Galan make up the forward pack. DuPont and Intamak will run things at 9 and 10 once more. Arki and Gitoon in midfield. Madrad on the left wing, Huja on the right, and of course Mr. Magician himself, Chesson Colby, will be a fullback for Toulouse. Can they do 2 in a row? It's almost unthinkable with the All Flakes having a season from hell so far. A season from hell that has resulted in just 1 win and 3 losses from their opening 4 games so far this season. The only win came back in round 4 where they took out Exeter 31 points to 7. Following that, they took on the Dragons in round 5 and went down by 9 points, 24-15 to their fellow subscriber side. It's been all bad news since the season started when they went down to Pacific Tower. Now they had to claw their way back. They need a win here, nothing less. It's got to be a big one, and it's got to be with a bonus point as well. Shady Streetwalker will come back into the team at loose head, and he'll have Mike Hunt in at hooker, and Captain Nicholas Freilander will complete the front row. Javan Fonati and Akara Kamana will be in the locks, and it will be Isaac Drew on the blindside flank, Mark Tommy on the open, and James Sharp in his second match in consecutive games back from injury. Corey Davidson will be at scrum half and will be Sam Coop who will hold the reins at fly half. Ike Wrigley and Christian DeKoker will be in midfield with Reese Edwards on the left wing, Liam Symes-Wells on the right side, and Christian Catley will complete the back line at 15. This is do or die right now for the All Flakes. Another loss that will really signal bad times for season 4. So it'll be Toulouse who are playing in the white strip again today. It's the away strip for the side. No clashes here on the GRC. It's the All Flakes in the black and white as we are underway. Big game now for the All Flakes as it is Streetwalker that drags the ball down to open up the fixture. And here is a run from Davidson finding Wrigley. And Wrigley, straight to he goes. DeKoker on his right. Big pass to Cope. And Samo Cope could start it off. No! A great chase.
Release.
From who else but Chesson Colby. Shuts that down. Now Catley got to do it himself. Throws the ball back in and intercepted. It is from Toulouse. They have averted catastrophe to start the game. As a bit of a sneaky run there from Madrad. Gets Toulouse out there 22. Takuri goes back to Intamak, who does get his kick away, and Romain Intamak is the man who really has to be one to watch. Here's Catley running a back, a hero from seasons gone by. Catley through, support on his hand. It's Wrigley. Wrigley will run away from DuPont, and it will be the opening try to Ike Wrigley. The start that they wanted, and the start they have finally got. Better team, straight out of the blocks, taking no prisoners, taking no chances, just attacking, aggressive, dominant rugby from the Southern Hemisphere-based franchise. It has been an electric start. Christian Catley from the back, slicing and dicing and cutting up the veggies for dinner. He starts off brilliantly, cutting inside Reinhard Elstad. No chance for him. Colby taking on the ball carrier like we've seen from defenders in recent weeks. They've struggled to do that, but we know a player of Colby's real talent will certainly make the right decisions. We've seen it there, forced the pass, but unfortunately for Toulouse, it was too hot from the All Flakes and they managed to make him stick and have opened up the scoring with the first try of the game. Something we've not mentioned so far is the straight down rain we have again. For our second match in probably the last 3 or 4, we've got pouring rain again as the All Flakes convert the try through Samo Coop. And this weather certainly does not make for great open play running, but we've seen the All Flakes already ready to chance their arm. They're going to make every post a winner here if they can, and they're going to do it through risky rugby on the open field. Here is Captain Friedlander. Quality, desperate pass out to Samo Coop. Puts a little crumble in behind. Interesting call there. And it's eventually fielded from a tall forward back there for Toulouse. The open side flanker doing hard work. Here's Richie Arnold. Big tackle there on Arnold. He goes backwards to the 10-metre line. Keith Watolafua really is a big runner of the ball. Malvaka runs straight into Hunt. Arnold again trying to make reprieve for that last play. Just about gets turned over as well. Gillan into back. Watch out. Remain into back is a danger. Again, get a ball back in field and almost top ball through again. Malvaka. Great pass out wide. So much for it now. Uze. One to break for Uze. Oh, Kamana. Akahana Kamana. What a tackle from the big man. The enforcer of the All Flakes. Akahana Kamana doing the pounding work. Christian Catley was beaten at the back from Uze, but he slowed him up enough to allow Kamana to come through and absolutely lay waste to the Toulouse winger. What a tackle. Samo Coop has raked off 40 metres here and gotten the All Flakes up towards the halfway line. Hunt will throw, and it's that man again, Kamana. Davidson to Coop. Samo Coop wanting to run, and he runs straight into a brick wall. Into back with the tackle. Here's Hunt again to scrum half. Sharp. James Sharp. Oh, what a run here from the number 8. Out wide to Wrigley. It's going to be a double to Wrigley. Or is it? He's running out of space. No, he's got it down. Wrigley in the corner. 2 tries special from the All Flakes inside centre. Well, Christian Dakoka was right there. They ran out of space, the 2 midfielders. And he had to run it. Look at that line. Beautiful from James Sharp. Put on a silver platter. Madrad made the run to the corner. But Wrigley committed early and made the finish his own. Look at this pace. Oh, beautiful to watch from the number 8. Was never going to get past Colby. And Madrad really did push it out to the sidelines. But Ike Wrigley, special enough to get his second try. And kickstart the season for the All Flakes, who have struggled their way through to round 6. Their 5th game here, going in with just the 1 victory. And they've got 2 tries already in the pouring rain against the giant beaters, Toulouse. Kick is good from Samo Coop. It's 14-0. Good start so far from the All Flakes after 25 minutes. Really has been dominant so far from the visiting team. They've made every post certainly in their favour. As underway we go again. Shaw to Simon. Nicely taken from number 6, Isaac Drew. In the thick of the season so far. Here's Fontaine back to Drew again. Another touch for him. He finds land sides Wales. Another chance here for the All Flakes. Christian Dakoka. It's another try. It's all the 12s and 13s. This is brilliant from the All Flakes. Dakoka scores, and it's absolute crushing at the moment from the All Flakes. Liam Symes-Wells manipulates and attacks brilliantly. Come up against the real equaliser in Cheslin Colby, who has been perfect, but somehow everything is sticking for the All Flakes. Pouring rain, doesn't matter. They make the passes, they make the catches, and with just millimetres to spare on the sideline, Christian Dakoka goes right round under the sticks. This has been a real pleasing match so far for All Flakes fans and players. They have hit their straps very well. 3 tries inside half an hour. Chasing the bonus point, chasing their second victory. And you begin to think now, looking at the Toulouse side, that they may have played their big match this season. Because they did go down to the Flakes 31-14 back in round 3. Before, of course, that massive boil over in round 5 against Nutella 15-14. That was the score. Here is Shady Streetwalker. Back in the side after a hiatus last weekend. Kamana goes to Coop. Cut out pass, finding Wrigley again! Wrigley's away now! Looks out wide for Dakota, and now turnaround play! Gatone running away from the Kamana! The cover tackle comes in! Nice work from Christian Catley. And so Fink Gatone, he is a real danger. Intercepted play, and he goes 80 metres or so, nearly downfield to get his team back on the front foot, but bundled into touch. Hunt to throw at the back. Davidson not wanting to kick here are the All Flags. There's a bit of confidence overload there for Ike Wrigley. Drew goes back to Catley. On his own line, Christian Catley wanting to play a little bit of territory. Get a good kick away. Near the red carpet. That's where the stars are. And Catley and Coop sharing the kicking duties, of course. In the side, Coop not ready for that opportunity to kick away. So Catley really did take it under his wing. That is turned over. Kamana really is playing a great game. Here's Coop back to Streetwalker. Half-time rings. There we go. Been a great first half so far by the All Flakes. Here's Wrigley. Big pass wide for Dakota. Side through. Supports there. Tommy. One more surely. Simon Coop. He's got man on wide, and it is going to be Edwards. Reese Edwards says hello, bonus point. Hello, half time. And hello, try number 4. Well, Reese Edwards has been part of a back 3 for the All Flakes that have struggled to get much going this season. Oh, that was almost a little bit too hot to handle there, wasn't it? Going through the middle of the park, it was a great piece of defensive work. Just getting the pass to ground. And DuPont hits the man there. Dakota got a great pass, but it was that hit there on Mark Tommy that almost killed the play. Some may argue that pass did go forward, but somehow Dakota managed to peel it off his toes and find the wheels of Reese Edwards. Out on the touchline. Big try for the All Flakes. They have been perfect, you'd have to say, this half, especially in these conditions. Passing has been a little bit wayward, but the commitment and desire has been second to none that we've seen this season so far. Conversion coming in from Samo Cooper's good. 28 points to 0 will send the two sides to half-time. It has been a very, very polished display so far from the All Flakes. We've not seen this from them all season long. And Toulouse have been absolutely blown away. We talk about this word a lot in recent episodes, but complacency is something that top teams suffer from. Desperation, on the other hand, is something the All Flakes have not lacked motivation for so far this season. They are at a state now, they are desperate for points and desperate for wins. And that has shone straight through. Despite the pouring rain, something is shining, and that is the All Flakes tonight. Domination and possession, nudging territory, but it's been all one-way traffic, hasn't it? 4 tries to zip, 6 line breaks, converting 4 of them into tries is certainly a positive note. They've had everything going their way so far. Toulouse fired a shot early, but a good piece of defensive work did put them back in their place, and they've struggled to do anything since those early moments. It is 28-0 All Flakes over Toulouse in the first half of this round 6 clash. Let's get back to the action in the second half, about to get underway. Toulouse with work to do. And of course, much to do for the All Flakes as well. They want to make a statement here. And this is a team that is certainly under the spotlight. That is Toulouse after their big win last round. Teams are watching how they bounce back from that result. The big kick-off here from Samo Coop, and he's also got his way down to Farmaween. They're in a big chase there from the All Flakes, almost putting pressure back on. Arnold goes into midfield. That's a great from Toulouse. Reminder to Matt, goes into halfway. He's kicked this one. Down to the 22. Catley covering back. Looking for the chaser. Houget could not find him, but good touch finder, but could have done more with that chance. You can imagine the All Flakes will be keen to run from anywhere on the paddock. Hunt will throw. He finds Kamano, who has been astounding so far tonight, as through goes Wrigley, another half break. Hunt will play scrum half. Gets it out to Samo Coop. Numbers here again. Dakota trying to get away, but a good tackle there. Coming all the way across was Bertrand off his wing. Slow ball for Drew. He'll pick and go with Drew. Oh, he just about slips away. Out the back of the hand for Hunt and gets it to Kamana, who straightens up the attack. Just outside their own 22, looking to make something happen. Signs well to Dakota. High tackle there. And that was from Elstad. He's had a game to remember, to forget, I should say, so far. Elstad, he's missed a glaring tackle and he's put in a shocking tackle like that as well against the All Flakes. And now Samo Coop will look to the right-hand touchline against the wind and pushes out just 20 metres upfield. Happy with that. Fellow teammates there, getting them into the Toulouse half. Hunt will throw again. Into the middle, who else? And Davidson! Not wanting to pass that time. He's lost the ball completely. He tried to skip a little bit too much there, and now it is. Oh, terrible run. Elstad. We just talked about how he's been pretty average tonight after a commanding display against the Tower. Elstad's just turned that over and he's just pretty much run straight back into traffic. And straight back into touch as well. Hunt to throw. Commander's there. Davidson runs, but it's not straight. And Hunt shakes the head. Messy period of the game here. Two teams have been fairly well oiled so far, but it's come unstuck.
Crouch.
And an option taken here from Toulouse for the scrum.
Set.
Dupont will feed. Never seen many scrums this game. Considering the winner, it's been a fairly clean match for hands. Dupont quickly gets it straight back out, and they skip out to Arki before going to Gatoon, out wide to Huge. Huge trying to get away from that corresponding chase from Liam Symes-Wells, who takes no chances and putting the Frenchman straight on the chalk. And we pretty much go from a line out on the right-hand side near halfway to one on the left-hand side near halfway. Hunt throws, Fonity. This time they go to the front. Takes them nicely. Coop running. Coop! Oh, here's Samo Coop now. Oh, big tackle. Charging up was Cheston Colby. Hunt out to Sharp. Sharp runs again! And Sharp goes through! Gets away from the ball! And a hat-trick try for Ike Wrigley! Well, James Sharp has been the missing link between forward pack and backline, it seems. Missing weeks on injury. Now he comes back, second week in the team, and what a display from James Sharp. He beats Gatoon from pace, forces the tackle from Huge off his wing, had to come across, had to make the tackle on the number 8, and it freed up who else but Ike Wrigley to do the rest of the job. And of course, Dakota was right there as well, unrequired. But goodness me, James Sharp, welcome to the GRC. A little bit late, but you've made a real impact now. Samo Coop will be loving life. His team is now 5 tries up, bonus point well and truly in the kitty. And a 33-0 statement has been made by the All Flakes. 35-0 with a conversion as well from Coop. One-way traffic, and it is all the way of the visitors. Unbelievable after the match we seen last round. 15-14. Defensive work from Toulouse was amazing. Attacking work was exceptional. It was magical, some may say. As here is Drew finding Samo Coop. They go Freelander, the captain touching for the first time as Hunt runs away. Mark Tommy back to Edwards. Edwards all smashed. Cheston Colby does not make errors. Thought they had done enough of Mark Tommy and Reese Edwards on the wing, but Cheston Colby marked them both brilliantly. Malvaka gets it to the back. Tolafua, he is the money man. Now, Gatoon, how wide it goes, into back. One-on-one here with Bertrand up against Liam Symes-Wells, and he is taken down by the All Flakes winger. Really dangerous against the Tower. Bertrand has been wrapped up. Now they go wide. Out to the right-hand side. The fan again. Gatoon. He's done it all.
Release.
What a run from Sofiane Gatoon. to Corey. Goes short. And a nice little play as well from the back row of Outstand. Inside and outside, they get it finding the Bailey. Inside the 22 now, Toulouse. It's now their moment. Where's he come from? It's Colby. Changing direction as Arnold. Pass away once again to Galan. And they lose a good 5 or 6 metres. Coming in is Tolofua. Oh, strong runner is Tolofua. Takes out 2 defenders. There's only one there for the All Flakes to help out the breakdown. Here's Hujate going out wide, and it's Galan once more taking on the hard-working number 9 of Corey Davidson. Back to the 22-metre line. Time is running out, though. Into midfield. Into Matt Gatoon. Out wide they go. Alstead keeps it live to Cordy. Now they get into the danger man of Madrid. Throws one dummy. Inside pass. And Romain into Max scores. How easy was that for Toulouse? And they finally put points on the board, but they have been shut out until near 80 minutes. This is how good they can be, but we have not seen any of it tonight. Hunt was done by the hot feet and hot hands of Maxime Madrid, but it was the finisher inside of Romain Intermac. Follow him there, track him just off your screen. He come across, looking play first, see there he is at the bottom, saw the half break, got back in behind the defensive line. Great acceleration from Intermac. And the finish from the fly half shows his capabilities with ball in hand. And of course the freedom to play with this man, Chesson Colby, off the tee. Time almost up here as Colby adds the extra 2. 35-7 will be the final score. But it will be, well, not even too little too late. It's just nothing too late for Toulouse as full time goes. Well, the result has been in the bag for quite some time. But a much better second half display from Toulouse. Tying up the second half 7-7 late on. But it was a 28-0 first half display from the All Flakes that take this one easily home to the table. Well, the highs of last week are drastically met with the lows of a thumping in round 6 for Toulouse. Just a one try for them. Romain Intermac with the finish. It was all made from, of course, Maxime Madrid, as we just saw right at the end. Could have been so much better for them. They almost scored at the start, but it was a desperate tackle from Akar, the commander, that stopped Hujay down the right. Since then, though, it was one-way traffic. Colby, of course, converting the try, but it was a hat-trick to Mike Wrigley, followed up with singles to Reece Edwards and Christian Dakoka, all converted from Samar Coop to tee it all up at 35 points to 7. Full-time stats. Well, it still was a dominant display from the All Flakes, despite the second half comeback and the really good opening 5 or 10 minutes from Toulouse. It was All Flakes back all the way. They fought their way into domination, and from there, it was all the way of the visitors. 64% possession. Territory, they nudged by a couple of percent as well, but it was line breaks, 8-5. And of course, when you score 5 tries from 8 line breaks, you've got to be happy with that display. And of course, the 5 points that go with that, we'll have a look at the table in a second, but now we can see another result from round 6 fully take shape, which only leaves the one match left for the round as well, which is the Crusaders at home to the Pacific Toa. Now, this is a front-running team, the Crusaders and the Toa, so I'm looking forward to what this match is going to deliver as well. But we've seen 2 results take place here today. 35-7, the All Flakes finally backing up a 31-7 win over Exeter Chiefs with a 35-7. A little bit lapse at the end, maybe one may say. They should have put 2 donuts on 2 poor sides, but Toulouse really did threaten a lot throughout that game at the start and at the end. They are a good side. Clermont, on the other hand, well, absolutely thumped. 40 points to 12 by Leinster. They'll take a big 5-pointer from that one, and we have just the one game remaining for round 6 before it's back to the action in round 7. All right, so a couple of big things have changed with those 2 results. Not so much at the bottom of the table, Clermont getting thumped by Leinster, which sees them drop, of course, below the All Flakes, who got a 5-point win. Finally, they're in double figures, and they jump up to 9th spot. But now, they are 1 win away from going potentially up into 6th position. Remember, the top teams still to have buys are the Flakers and Leinster, and, of course, the Pacific Toa, the Dragons, and just in front of them, the Glasgow Warriors. So still a lot to happen. The Crusaders as well, who still have to play this round. So a number of teams still to have the bye, in the GRC so far this season. But we see at the top there in 4th position, Leinster leapfrogging their way up with a big win, as we just saw over Clermont. They sit now in 4th. We've gone above the Dragons, above the Guardians, and above the Crusaders as well. As well, the Glasgow Warriors as well, who they were on equal points with before the fixture. Big points differential for them sees them go straight up and really in that mix as well. 2 points behind the Toa, of course, who have the game still to play this round. As we talked about just before, though, it is next game, the Crusaders at home. It is at Canterbury Stadium, Orange Theory Stadium, whatever you want to call it these days. The sponsorships, eh? What about them? Pacific Toa, they'll be the visiting team. Of course, a lot of Pacific players are very familiar with New Zealand conditions. So how will this game go down? The Toa, of course, coming off their first loss of the season. This is going to be a cracker. I can't wait for what this game will offer us. Pacific Toa versus the Crusaders. I'll see you for the next match. Until then, thanks for watching, as for always. And until then, take care.